Hi everyone, it's Brittany from thebeautyrevival.com, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you a boho bedroom makeover that we did for our daughter Paisley, and bonus, we did it on a budget. All right, so I think it was at the end of summer, our daughter Paisley came up to me and said, "Mom, I was thinking of some ideas that I would like to do to kind of change the decor in my bedroom." And so we got to talking about what her ideas were. And initially we had looked into just taking down her wallpaper. It was a removable wallpaper that we put in when we moved in, so 4.5 years ago now. And she wanted something that felt a little bit more grown up and a little bit more stylized, I guess, in her bedroom. So we were gonna just put up some more wallpaper on all 4 walls because I thought that would be the easiest, and I wasn't really in the headspace of doing like a whole room design. And we got looking, but of course, as everybody knows, wallpaper can be very expensive. So we started to think of different ideas that we could do to kind of redesign her room, but on a budget. So just like any room that I start thinking about a design for, I always head over to Pinterest or Instagram, or I check out some of my favorite maybe online shops just to find some inspiration, because the truth is I don't actually always know what I'm gonna do, and I don't know what the jumping off point will be. But you know, when I start looking there and we start gathering different things that I either want for a room or whoever I'm helping design the room for would like, it actually snowballs really quickly and we can come up with a room design pretty fast. So Paisleys and my jumping off point was actually the wallpaper that we had originally thought we would do all 4 walls in, and I'll show you a picture of that. So she loved the jungle theme and the bright colors in this. So I took the wallpaper and thought, how can I recreate this look, but on a budget and maybe with a different spin on it than just, you know, your traditional jungle theme. Or, oh, and she also wanted rainbows. That was another thing that she wanted. So she liked rainbows, jungle theme, and these bright kind of tealy seafoam turquoise colors. And those were her requests to me. And then I did some kind of brain scheming of how I could pull all 3 of those things together, but still in a stylized look that I could be happy with, because I'm her mom and I have to look at that room all the time too. So I didn't want it to look like rainbows in the jungle just kind of threw up in her room. So I'm going to be sharing with you everything from what it looked like before and then the end result. And I will be sharing links for all of the home decor that we added, and then also blog post links for this video, a corresponding blog post link for all of the details that I go over in this video. You can find more pictures, again, the decor, colors for the walls, everything that we did. And then also I will be sharing links for the inexpensive faux vertical shiplap that we put up on Paisleys walls because we couldn't afford to do real shiplap, which can be very expensive, that you can buy from the home or from a hardware store. And then I'll also be sharing a link for the blog post on how we created a DIY velvet seashell bed to really pull Paisley's bedroom together. So let's get into the video showing you the demolition and how Jade put this bedroom back together. And then I will show you some clips of her completed boho bedroom makeover. All right, so here is a look at Paisley's room before we started the renovation. Actually, my husband had taken the peg rail down that was in there when we bought the house. So you can see that green stripe, that's how high the peg rail was before. And then we had installed this removable wallpaper when we moved in. And yeah, so this is what it looked like before. It's a very old house built in the, I believe, 1970s, might be the 80s. And so the one thing that we knew we needed to spend on, even though it's not an exciting thing, is new trim to help update the space,
Trim is one of those things in new baseboards that feels like a waste of money, but it can actually really transform a room, and you always want to make sure that the foundations of your rooms are good before you start adding in decorative details. So here is the room kind of with all of the baseboards, the trim around the windows, and the closet door and her bedroom door are taken off, and so is the removable wallpaper. So after everything was taken down that we weren't going to keep, my husband, Jade, started on putting up new trim around her window. We put in new baseboards, and like I mentioned, we put trim around her closet door and her bedroom door. We went with a thicker trim. You can find the exact size in the link in the description box below for the corresponding blog post for Paisleys Boho Bedroom Makeover. But adding in this thicker trim really helped to modernize this space and make it look fresh and clean, even though it is an older bedroom. And although it's kind of a boring thing, we are super happy we did it. After the trim and baseboards were put in, my husband used hardboard to create vertical shiplap. We used actual vertical shiplap that you can buy at the hardware store for our fireplace, our electric fireplace makeover. It's very expensive, and so a more cost-effective way to add vertical shiplap to your room is to use something like hardboard and cut the strips to the exact size that you want. And then he used just an extra piece of hardboard to put in between for a spacer, and you can find exactly how we recreated this inexpensive faux vertical shiplap at the link in the description box below for that blog post. And here is her boho bedroom makeover all completed. I did have video of Jade painting everything, but I can't seem to find it, so you can find paint colors for everything in the description box below at the link for the blog post. We love how the soft green turned out for the shiplap, and then the pink ombre stripes. Again, the pink ombre stripes are something that can easily be painted over a neutral color when she tires of this space, and the green is still a really soft, pretty color that can go with just about anything. And we really love how it turned out. Jade made this beautiful boho velvet seashell bed for me. I had found a bed on, I believe it was Wayfair, but it was $1,000 Canadian, and we just for a twin, and we did not have the budget for that. So I sent him the picture, and I thought he would say no for sure, but asked if he thought he could recreate it, and he was able to. And we have created a blog post for how we did that, and you can find that in the description box below as well. I'll be sharing another video with more details on the home decor and why I picked what I did. But we really love how it turned out. Again, Paisleys ideas were jungle and rainbow theme, so this is what I came up with, a little bit of a softer version, but still that whimsical boho vibe that she was going for. And yeah, I love it. Here is the carpeting. This was definitely the most expensive element that went into Paisley's bedroom, but we were unable to refinish her hardwood floors, even though we wanted to. That would have saved us even more money, but we actually absolutely love the carpet, and we would put it in the rest of the house in the areas that need carpeting when the budget allows. So yeah, here is Paisley's room all finished, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as we do.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video for Paisleys Boho Bedroom Makeover. This was a project that I put off for a very long time. Paisley's room was definitely the biggest eyesore in our house. We live in a small, older house that was built, I think, in the 70s. So there are a lot of rooms that still need a ton of work, but Paisley's bedroom really threw me because of the very long shape and how tiny it is. And also, I just didn't have any inspiration. But when it came time to actually get to work on this makeover, I loved it, and I feel like it kind of brought something back to life in me about design and decorating that's been dormant for a really long time. And yeah, I hope you guys love it as much as we do. We all want to move into it. Lucky Paisley, all of us sometimes just go stand in there. If you live in an old house, you'll know well, I've lived in new houses, and then this is my first old house that I've ever lived in. So I definitely miss that new house smell. In our old house, we lived there for 4 years, and still when we would come home from vacation or even like a long day out, it smelled new when we would walk in, even 4 years later. That's because everything was still fairly new. But adding in new carpet to Paisleys bedroom did that for us. So whenever I feel like I just miss being in a new, like everything looks sparkling clean, there's no dings on the baseboards or walls, or I don't know, there's just something about older houses that, especially because I've come from only living in new houses, can feel kind of like I want to rip everything apart and start again. Though I do love the character of an old house, don't get me wrong, and I love our old house. But whenever I need a little taste of a new home, I go into Paisley's room and sit on her carpet and think, I remember the days of a brand new house. That's what it feels like in here. So anyways, rabbit trail. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can find links for everything in the description box below. We would love it if you hit that subscribe button to follow along with us. And you can also find me on thebeautyrevival.com, Pinterest at The Beauty Revival, and Instagram at My Beauty Revival. Thanks guys. Have a great day.